Stand to McQuarries and welcome back to another episode of RogueTech as we get into the campaigns of Howl's Harrows. And last time the champion had its debut utilizing its heavy Gauss rifle. It smashed through the competition and actually detonated an Anubis, which was rather hilarious to me. So we've managed to have a pretty interesting beating. However, we're still sort of gathering as much gas as we can. We have both a Kraken as well as a Marauder that both need to be built and designed. And well, to that end, I need more cash. I kind of have the technology for it, except for the Marauder design that we sort of previewed in the last episode. So yeah, we need money, and a raiding party happens to be here. So we have detected an inbound dropship belonging to the Federated Suns. Our local defense forces in the expected drop area are ill-equipped to handle a lance of mechs, but with your aid, we can ensure that the raid does minimal damage. We'd like you to intercept the Davian lance and destroy it. This will be a 1 of 4 priority salvage. 1,055,700 Zeebles at 3.5 skulls, so should be something we should be able to just blast our way through with a great deal of firepower and 8 full mechs. Oh, it's so good to have all 8 mechs back again. We're not able to full drop yet. We still need to get a couple more engine upgrades, but we're up to the 8 mech number drop, so we're having a little bit of fun. Looks like a couple of our mechs have decided to follow Slanish on this particular battle as we blast our way through the middle of the city. A bright and glowing pulsapult, which I suppose is fitting considering what the pulsapult is designed to be built with. That, of course, being quad large pulse lasers. Everything else is pretty normal. We have our Catapult Mark III with its MML-20s. Coach is driving the Lament. Mockingbird is now on the Rakatar. And why? Well, you'll notice the Mockingbird has a Gunnery 11, Pilot 8, Gunnery 8, Targeting 8. It just so happens that Mockingbird picked up the Assassin trait in one of the recent episode, well, one of the between episode things, because I've had her read a book on assassins, and apparently that's how that works. So she had a cheap gunnery upgrade, which makes her the best gunner in the company. So as much, except for maybe Death Crusade, who has plus 12, but I believe part of that is currency stick. I think they both might have plus down, but Mockingbird also has, you know, Warlord. So that means Jester is off of it. Jester has instead been moved over to the Champion, where he can make use of his superior gunnery talents, which hopefully he will do quite well with. Death Crusade, of course, in Kerensky's stick now, with the heavy MRM-30s for maximum monstrous damage. Paradox in the Charger, and Howl still in her Gauss Wolf, because it's solid, it's reliable, and you really can't speak much negative about it. So we're going to be facing down 3 Lances, 7 mechs, so it is 8 versus 12, although it looks like somebody got caught up on top of a building, so we will hopefully be able to take advantage of that by bringing down the house. So let us push forward, see what we can see as we zip on into location. Nothing on sensors just yet, that's kind of to be expected. You generally don't locate the enemy on the first turn unless you happen to drop on top of them, which can happen in relatively painful fashion, but yeah. Oh, also Coach is in the Lament, I almost forgot. The Thanatos is currently in the shop, which has me a little bit worried. It's our only mech with sort of the, I suppose, public AMS system. Something that, well, like public AMS, because yeah, he was the only one with the pirate laser AMS. We do have an integrated laser AMS. Unfortunately, that requires a special hardpoint in the center torso. The only mech that has said special hardpoint is, of course, the Pulsapult, who is already utilizing heavy ferrofibrous armor. So I'm going to have to probably build from the ground up a mech to do that. And so I'm going to be sort of on the lookout for a kind of a replacement to add in as an additional sort of backup missile defense mech, because the more missile defense that you have, the better.
Commander?
It becomes a huge problem if you don't bring a sufficient amount of defense. Oh, the Rakatar hopefully will do just as well with new. It's plus 1 gunnery, so that should be like a 2.5% increase in accuracy, which already the Rakatar had demonstrated it was a fairly solid killing machine. Although I do want to do one quick check. Jester had Tactics 9, Mockingbird has Tactics 8, so that may play into it. We'll have to see how that ends up going in, which does just mean that I'm going to try and level up her tactics next. We're going to see if she suddenly suffers from massive amounts of poorness in sensor checks. Alright, Catapult, time for you to move up and take a peek. We have sensor locks already, and apparently we are dealing with the biggest of target lines, as we are looking at a Hornet, a Templar 2. Sorry, Shade, I took this one for full-on cash because I wasn't expecting to run into a Templar. Does have risk MML-10s, which is pretty interesting. He's also backed up by an Avatar. These things are showing up more and more. I was expecting them to more show up for the Draconis Combine, but hey. And an enhanced LRM-20 mech, which needs to die. Luckily for us, we have a Dark Line of Sight, and I don't think you're... Oh, you are in sensor range. Lovely. Let's lay that on. He does have AMS, which is going to make life just all the more painful. And fire the listen kills. Yeah, they're more vulnerable to AMS, but you know what? Any amount of damage I can get onto this thing, the better. In fact, if I can get some of my long range, like the Lament, maximum accuracy, folks, then I might be able to get a little bit... Nope, it's not going to happen. Not this round. We're going to have to suffer a swarm LRM strike from enhanced LRM 20s. It's going to be painful. That's about the only way to put it. To that end, the champion will move slightly off to the side because it's not super well armored. The champion is designed sort of as a nimble, aggressive, assassinating mech that chips in from behind and, you know, plants a heavy Gauss rifle shell right in your shoulder blades, which it does that really, really well. Just something you might want to keep in mind as being an idea. Oh, we could get a lot of damage. In fact, we are going to take a lot of damage. Got a ghost coming on forward, so I'm a little bit surprised I have sensors on him. Is there a second one? No. It's not so far. Who are you? Oh, yeah, you're the Hornet. Alright, Howl, I doubt Howl can get up sort of into a position to shoot at anybody. She did start kind of in back, which is a little bit of a pain. Her twin Gauss rifles may have actually been able to reach out and touch the target. Hopefully we'll be able to jam the enemy in a sufficient enough way that they will not be able to stop us from doing what it is that we want to do. Okay, some long-range fire onto the catapult. No hits. Good job. We are jamming successfully, but swarm LRMs don't care about jamming, and everybody has swarm LRMs these days. It just kind of feels a little bit like that used to be something special, and it's not anymore. Mainly because just everybody, including standard mechs, carry it. It seems to be one of the most common alternate ammo types, which really does help put teeth back into some of the older mechs, but still, I kind of feel a little bit sad about it. Templar 2 moving on forward. Oh, he has range. Missing both shots, I believe, with the PPC, which is good. We don't want to get shot at by a pair of twin ERPPC CAPs. This is, of course, a risk one, too, so there's going to be a whole bunch of great gear in there. And even more missiles. A little bit managed to strike out and hit the Lament, but we're doing okay on that one. And there is a mech that we want to capture. It's going... Oh, shut down and capture. It's going to be this Templar, because it's going to be filled to the gills with risk gear, and that's what we want to steal. So if I can just get my hands on it, I can turn it into some good use. Okay, sprint along the main road because it gives us some pretty nice speed. I might actually be able to get the Rakatar up this hill in the next round. It is a fairly speedy mech. It's not super nimble. I mean, obviously, it's 275 radio fusion core on a, what is it, 70 ton? Yeah, 70 ton chassis. Oh, we got a Risk Pegasus as well. Well, we can blow him up without carrying. Because vehicles, in general, unless you crit them off of hits, losing their locations doesn't actually lose the piece of equipment. So we can just blow him up with impunity, which will be lovely. Death Crusade, of course. Bringing up the rear in Kerensky's stick. You get a line of sight with this thing. It's going to have a really fun time. Because the heavy MRM-30s are absolutely monstrous. They just come in with enough ammunition and, well, missiles in general to basically turn your entire life upside down. Got a Pegasus Pirate as well. A lot of Pegasus tanks moving in. I assume he's got LRMs of some description. Oh, no, apparently not. I was expecting some Pirate LRMs. Avatar shifting on forward. We don't quite know what he's got. He's got... Oh, he's the missile version. Ooh, shoot, he's got to die. Because if he is what I think he is, he's got 2 medium pulse lasers, 2 medium lasers, and a pair of either Arrow 4s or Thunderbolt 20s or something like that. Lots of incoming missiles, none of them actually managing to connect with the Catapult Mark II. Well, Mark III, actually. So, feeling pretty fine about that one. LRM Carrier Mark II. Oh, great. There's more of them. Yeah, we gotta kill these guys quick. Now, this is gonna be scatter. It doesn't matter if he hits or not. It's just gonna hit anyway. So, bouncing all over the mechs. All them little numbers. Yeah, this guy ain't playing around. So, we gotta kill all of them. We gotta kill them quick. Chester, we'll be... How far in back? To a point where... Can you get up the stairs? You can. Lovely, and I think I'm going to do exactly that. We're going to rush on forward. Take aim. It's a 1.9. I'm not going to waste it. I'd love to, but I'm not going to waste it. But I am now getting you up front and closer, so that will hopefully spread out a little bit of damage. Although it's not really designed to take a lot of damage, if I'm completely honest. It's designed to be able to kill, but not necessarily to just take a whole bunch of damage. How much armor do you have in the front? 100? Yeah, I'm going to have to hit you with this in order to make it count. This may not be the greatest use, but you know what? 20%. I had hope. Apparently you missed by basically as high as you possibly could have. Actually, no. You missed by... Commander. Yeah, 50% is not as high as it could have been. It would have been 75. Alright, can I get a line of sight on these? No, I can't. On the LRM carriers is what I'd hope for. I can see the Templar. So that'll be an interesting engagement. 17 or 13? Yeah, both of them suck. Canopian Delights. Bringing down the house. I'm sure somebody was stuck on that building. That's why the towel was there. But they're down now.
What can I do for you?
Alright, the Pulsapult. You are designed for, well, close-in combat against people who are incredibly nimble. Because Pulse pulse lasers. Ignore most of that. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to hit all that efficiently anyway, but hey, laser away. The zap. Flattening another building, and we did actually hit the Pegasus. So we are apparently... we came here for some urban renewal. Finn, your catapult also is going to have some pretty significant problems because it's got to find a target that I don't want to get shot at. Although luckily for us, it does look like the carriers are at fairly low health. So we'll shift off to the side, see if we can't sort of open things up a bit more. Enhanced Stellar carrier to the front. I don't think I can get any missiles through, but I got to keep throwing. I just need a little bit of luck. Penetration, but that's not enough.
Reporting critical hit.
So you did get a critical hit, but you didn't blow it up, which was kind of the goal. If you had just focused a little bit more, you might have gotten some more crits. I'm hoping to get some, you know, monster crits on locations that'll actually cause them to just detonate and cease to exist. Which, you know, not exactly common, but it can happen. Alright, Kerensky stick. Do you have a target? You do. It's a 33%. It is on the target, though, that I want to kind of keep alive. So I'm not going to fire. I'm going to wait till the heavy ammo is in range, and so I can utilize my incendiary rounds. And the incendiary rounds will cook him alive. That'll be able to steal all of his stuff. We took 104 priority, but if I can put all of his awesome risk gear on the table, then I'll be feeling pretty good about that one. So I got 2 enhanced LRM carriers. Well, an LRM carrier Mark II and an enhanced LRM carrier. So, we did manage to crit his AMS. That should hopefully make it a little bit more, well, possible for us to, you know, kill the things and blow them up. Shift on forward with the Lament, get our sniper into a position where he can start to do that sniping work. He does have a target. Do you have a target problem? Mid-range sprinted target move. Target move is 2, so I will add in a sensor lock. Just to see if I can enhance everything, because if I can just get some accurate PPC fire out of the target, he will detonate. 33. I got 3 shots. Statistics working in our favor. We did manage to hit it. Unfortunately, it didn't quite hit the location I wanted it to. I wanted it to hit front and center, because if it hit front and center, it would have blown up the whole thing. But clearly, as you can see, it hit to the side. So front and center would have detonated because it had exactly 60 structure points, and we did 60 damage. Oh, do you have a... I thought I saw it. Beagle, Artemis, Indirect... Oh, Bouncing Hornet. I'm looking for... Enhanced LRM. Guardian. Beagle. No, there's the Guardian. Never mind. I thought I saw any, a CEWS. But apparently not. Ah, well, Mockingbird.
Standing by.
Let's bring the Racketeerian. Your direct fire shenanigans will not be available in this first round. So, in the second round of combat. But soon we wish to bring you into range so you can just start hosing down the entirety of a hallway. Oh, we got an additional truck back here. What do you... Show me what you be. You're a Prowler. Okay. Prowler multi-terrain assault vehicles are not exactly fun to deal with. They're pretty tough, unless you manage to get fire onto them. And unfortunately, I decided not to bring the Burner Boy because I was worried about a situation where I would get bombarded from, well, space. Because without having the additional AMS protection, I didn't think that he would survive. And I may actually be proven right on this one. But we're going to have to sort of see. It does limit our anti-vehicle capability. It's actually one of the reasons why I want to get more plasma weapons, because plasmas deal a lot of damage to vehicles. And I'd like to be able to just barbecue everything. Fingers crossed. So how will the enemy respond? They are considering their options. We are quite clustered, so their missiles are going to do fairly well for themselves, which is obviously less than ideal, but I think we can handle it. Okay, enhanced LRM carrier, pulling back. Unfortunate. I was hoping that he would stay forward so I could kill him. He's going to shoot at the Charger. It's an okay target for him to shoot at. I don't like the fact that he's stacking up stability damage onto him, but if you're going to shoot at something, it's one of the most heavily armored mechs that I have. Although it doesn't have sort of the regenerating health mechs, which I need to start finding. So that would be lovely to have if we manage to get our hands on some hardened ferrofibrous armor. I might be able to build ourselves into a mech that can basically tank all the damage in the universe. Because hardened ferrofibrous armor continually regenerates to, I think, insane unknown levels beyond what the mech is normally capable of doing, even if you were to max out armor, which, you know, makes them absolutely hilariously strong in the right circumstances. We're actually building in the Apollo's Vipers campaign, which we normally play on Wednesdays and Saturdays at 4 o'clock. We actually have 3 potential mechs that are going to be having that sort of thing. One of them is an Ebon Jaguar that came with it and basically can take, well, multiple Gauss rifle shells to the face and not care. Another one is a Timberwolf, which we're looking to modify onto it once we get enough cash. And another one is a Fafnir that we recently got, which has enough weight in order to handle twin heavy Gauss rifle and as well as that fairly heavy armor. which will allow it to be basically invulnerable. Okay, so PPCs and some missile follow-up from the Avatar. Wasn't expecting that, if I'm completely honest. I was expecting something a little bit different, but that still works. Avatars are easy to kill because all you gotta do is pop a side torso. They're tougher than bushwhackers, but the same philosophy applies. Blow off a side torso, the whole mech goes because it's got an XL engine. Every single bushwhacker has an XL engine. Every single Avatar has an integrated XL engine, so you can't get rid of it even if you wanted to. Unlike the bushwhackers, which you can at least fix. Bushwhackers, such a lovely, lovely mech. Avatars are too. And the Rakatar is, in fact, an Avatar which, despite its insane danger that it brings to the table with an integrated XL engine, the fact that it has rotary risk 5s is just, 2 of them, is just too good to ignore. It's amazing. We have turned it into perhaps the greatest direct fire monster ever. Okay, that's not entirely true, because I believe Rakzilla has 4 of those, so it's not quite on the same level, but we try. Oh, do we try. Here's hoping that racks get moved to their proper tonnage. Because right now racks have drastically inflated tonnages because they wanted to balance it, because the original conceit was, oh, the game takes place before racks exist, so they're prototypes, so they're extra heavy. Yeah, we've more or less given up on that, I hope, by now, considering all the crazy, insane gear, including all of the risk tech that now exists. So, honestly, racks should be like... rack 5 should be like 10 tons. So it should be fairly light. Something that should be easy to just sort of throw around. Do I want to be visible to the Templar? I kind of don't. Everything? You don't. I thought you didn't. But I wanted to be sure. Yeah, we'll keep ourselves in range. As we press on forward. Oh, that's probably a pop. Yeah, we're going to pop him. So, acid set, ready to rock. Boop. Gone. Heavy Gauss rifle, baby.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
Good job. Alright, so, Howl.
Waiting for orders.
If I could get you into a direct fire position, could you, you know, direct fire things to death? I'm mainly thinking, you know, LRM carriers. So that's cute, but no. Don't care. Hi, that's the one I want. I know, the accuracy is terrible, but we've got to take the shot.
Firing on rear arc.
Missed both times and managed to nail a building, which did not detonate, so a little disappointing on that one. We didn't really accomplish anything then. That makes me somewhat sad. I do need to... Actually, do you just see it from here? You don't. Right. Well, show it to me. 21%. Right, we're gonna have to run out of cover. We will be triggering your point defense system. Oh, there's no way down from here. Really? Oh. Okay, so that's a bit of a dead end. So I guess I will run to... Is that a back? Yeah, I'll run to here. I mean, if it's all the same, I may as well try and get you back into the fight. 19, overheat alert. It's only a little bit of overheat, and this will kick in our overheat systems. Come on, kill it, kill it, kill it. Ah, something. Pop?
Inflicted some heavy
No,
damage.
it did not.
I'm out of LRM.
Right, so we're gonna have to sort of take that under advisement. He's lost so much armor all over the place, but he's just not quite dead. Go shifting off to the side. Not much of a problem yet. The Lament, if I can get a decent shot. Oh, we have created our own cover.
Affirmative, Commander.
Take up the shot. You can do it. I believe in you.
Now let's see how you handle this.
It did not work out as well as planned. I would have also hoped that if you had managed to miss all that you would have detonated this building, because that would then allow me to probably shoot from wider angles, because I kind of want to keep him in this cover, because this is not bad cover to be in. I'll probably move here and then here and then here as we continue our press on in forward. Templar coming in. Okay, we're not going to be able to ignore him for much longer. Ooh, more shots of the Gauss Wolf and collapsing the villain. Oh, so good. I love it. Alright, Paradox. Alright, the Charger has a goal in mind, and that is to basically charge people, right? Oh, that might work.
Let's move.
Target not you, but you. Clusters, let's make it count.
Right. Who's next?
Did we get it?
Solid connection on that one.
I don't know if we got it or not. It said it blew it up. I mean, we did drop a building. Does that count? No, we didn't kill anybody, but apparently he thinks he got something important. Alright, got a Hornet bouncing on around. Still not really engaged in the fight, but that's fine. Says the luck on the Charger. The Charger's actually really exposed. I should have put more thought into that, because that's actually a big problem. Right. We're gonna have to move up to hopefully support that before all hell breaks loose. Strikers zipping off to the side. We're gonna have to keep an eye on them.
They've got a sensor lock.
Sensor lock on a champion. Interesting. The champion's a little bit better protected. I'm kind of surprised that you're focusing on mechs that aren't the Charger. Because the Charger right now is sitting on a pretty significant amount of evasion, or stability problems. So I'm not quite sure why you decided that's not worthy of your time. Because I would see that Charger like, I have an easy shot on this one. Alright, let's come over here and see if we can't get some pressure onto... Yeah, that'll be good. Switch over to our incendiaries for 59% accuracy. Do you have any evasion going on? You do have an ECM shield. Let's see if we can't cut through that a little bit. So lay down the sensor lock onto the Templar Mark III. -1 to his evasion. 71%. That's more what we're looking for. And we'll shut off the Hag and just flood him with fire. Literally. Well, not literally. And bringing down the house. And mech is offline. Alright, so their most powerful mech now no longer functions. So I could actually just move in and see if I could just kill him with rack fire, but I'd prefer not to. We're going to sit over top of the head. Hopefully we don't hit anybody down there. Not going to shoot the Templar. Avatar is a tempting target. The Pegasus, no. LRM Carrier Mark II. Now that's something that needs to die. Let's warlord it to make sure that this actually works. Hi. You really can't afford to exist for much longer. Got him. Spraying the entire battlefield, but you got him. And another building. We're creating a whole new private square here. This is working out great. All the plans are working out. Oh, and I think you may actually see our little wayward other LRM carrier. You can fire everything. Got him, okay. And, you know, another building.
Bye-bye.
Dropping half the city block. I think we've dropped more than half a city block at this point. Scimitar LRM coming in nice and close on forward. So we've dealt with most of their basic area of effect artillery. The Avatar needs to probably die next soon. I would like to steal him just because it makes me feel good to try and preserve Avatars. They're such a great mech, but probably not going to happen. You need to die as well. Yeah, but it's the stability damage that you're steadily... Wait, who's through armor? Already? How'd you... Huh. Okay, got another mixture from the side. Also shooting down on the Charger. Again, it's the best target. Like, I can't blame them for doing this. If you want to shoot one target, you want to shoot this Charger. Because it is so vulnerable right now. Oh, such a mistake on my part. Sprinting forward. And he wasn't even able to kill his target. It didn't take until several other mechs came in to handle it. If we're lucky, he'll cycle back around in time so that I can get this Charger out of here. Or at least get him into protection coverage. So to get rid of that stability damage and then just be prepared to fully engage. We'll be able to use slugs again and that'll start ripping people into little tiny pieces. Or at least use a vigilance just to take that on control. Moving right here with a vigilance and a double tap on the side of the Avatar may actually be the best strategy. I'll have to see if I can walk into that or if I have to run into it. Or if I can, you know, sprint into him and punch him. Because that would be ideal, because that adds in not only our two autocannons, because they're boomsticks, they fire in melee, but also the fist, which deals like 50-something damage. 60-something damage? It's higher damage than normal, because the boomsticks also give you a bonus to melee combat. It's great. I like this Charger a lot. I think it's quite good. Coach. Right, let's get the lament onto target and start hurting more people. You know what? You have an inner sphere axle engine too. I'm not sure I want to risk too much of that. 46 is not good. 96 is great, of course. Could shoot the urban mech. I mean, he's sitting up top there and he has an enhanced LRM 20. Prowler? Yeah, let's pop a Prowler. It didn't quite pop him like I was hoping for. I was hoping to, you know, sort of mount them all up in the same location. Sit still. Coolant Flush has triggered. Lovely. Okay, so the Charger is going to move, which is great. You can get the side angle, but you can't get there. Okay, so we are 72. This cost me 25% resolve. You know what? Do it. It's worth it. Sprint right on up into here.
You want fast? I can give you fast.
Hi, everybody. Let's play.
Everything you got.
Oh, he's not dead.
That is something good.
Oh, he has heavy PPCs too. Oh, I didn't quite realize that. So he did manage to knock off his arm with one of those shells. A little disappointing that I didn't kill the whole thing. But I suppose I'm only going to get what I can, you know, give. Target you? Yeah. So target. Not you, but in fact you. Target your face. And switch over from LRMs to SRMs. And Infernos. See if we can't get this guy to bail out of the mech. 120 heat. Oh, what the... Well, that was a really bad show. Okay, rush on in. That'll do what I want. Mostly, I mean, I'm going to be shooting a heavy Gauss rifle within, 10 feet of a friendly, so that is a little bit worrisome. Let's warload it up to make sure that this works properly. Avatar, go away. Good job. Okay, a little bit too much of a good job, but good job. Could have just fired the heavy Gauss rifle and that would have done it, but I couldn't have guaranteed that, so it had to alpha pretty much everything. But yeah, that's exactly what he does. He slips into the side, he plants a heavy Gauss rifle shell right into you, and your entire mech just ceases to exist. I'm going to have to hope that we can have these guys provide the fire support needed. The Templar is going to require even more pain. Luckily, it is fully armored, so we should be able to handle that. Get my pulsapult around. You're what I want. Can get all of my catapults on top of each other. And lasers. Bazap. Oh, that was a beautiful amount of bazap. It looked like it hit every single location in the same place. Unfortunately, wasn't quite enough to fully burn through him. He's on 15 though, so I may have a chance of actually killing him before anything happens. Oh, that's why he's causing damage on through. He's got tandem SRMs. Ugh. Tandem SRMs are an amazing piece of equipment that you should try and get your hands on as much as possible, because tandem SRMs funneled through an MML, through a risk MML, in large numbers is just stupid amounts of firepower. It is levels of firepower that can just utterly annihilate nearly anything on the planet. It's amazing. Not good accuracy. Don't want to shoot you because obvious reasons. I could shoot the ghost. All right, let's shoot you in back, Mr. Prowler. Popped.
One more for the trash heap.
Good job.
What's up, Commander?
All right, Kerensky's stick. You have, of course, one fantastic goal in mind, and that is to turn an enemy Templar into a pile of, well, scraps. So please give him all the incendiary MML or MRMs you happen to have, and don't kill him. There we go. Kill the pilot, I mean, but don't kill the mech. So that's all of that. That's lovely. So we're going to get quite a bit of interesting gear from that. He may have a Clan XL engine, because a lot of Risk Gears tends to have some really good engines on it too. If not, maybe we'll run into a fairly solid fusion core, because I do need another 300 fusion core, because I have 2 mechs to build. Although I would kind of like a bigger fusion core to put in my Atlas, but that's probably a dream too far. All right, Racketar. Let's see if we can't go kill somebody. Ooh, you are in the way for that side angle shot, so I don't know if it's quite worth it. Oh, that is so worth it. Duck. Oh, it didn't work out quite as well as I was hoping. I suppose he spread out the damage a little bit too far, but that really has hurt that ghost. And everything beyond him. Yeah, he scattered his damage across every single location on this mech. Had he concentrated just a little bit on that side torso, the entire mech would have gone up in flames. Because ghosts have XL engines, and that makes them super vulnerable. Ooh. Champion taking a couple of nasty shots on that one. Got through the armor thanks to the tandem SRMs, but didn't blow up the Gauss rifle. Luckily for us, it didn't even hit that side torso, so that's excellent. Got the urban mech bouncing on forward. He's starting to slowly lose his stuff. Yeah, that's a nasty amount of hits on that one. That's my own fault. I'm actually kind of surprised he didn't target the Catapult 3. Kind of would have been probably a better choice of targets. Instead of, standing still and getting yourself killed in this next round. Hi, you've got so much damage to you that I feel no qualms about just walking forward, setting over the clusters, because I think you're dead. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's more than dead. That's why I built the charger like this. Exactly for that reason.
Yes, Commander.
Howl, do you do me a favor and just kill this little pirate guy, because he's proving to be really irritating?
No shooting, just running.
Yeah. So, yeah, please explode. There we go. Don't have to worry about his tandem SRMs. We may actually take those tandem SRMs, depending on what the Templar has. Jester. Right, so let's bring the champion around, because this is exactly what it does. Surprise! You can go for you. I kind of want the urban mech. I I really want this urban mech. Who else is left? Yeah, it's just you guys. So we'll save your enhanced LRM 20. And we'll come at you from the other side. And yeah, that is a full cook, but you know what? I have no problems because this is probably going to be the last round. Never mind. Didn't work out quite as well as I'd planned.
Reporting critical hit.
It's an unsteady, but it's not a knockdown.
Commander?
Alright, Pulse a Bolt. You are a boiling. But you're kind of designed to boil. So let's go see if we can't kill you. Maybe we should kill you. Who's left? I'm on phase 22, so I've got Coach still coming. Right, so we're good. Kill a striker.
All weapons are go.
There we go. Just a massive amount of pulse laser fire. It's lovely.
Getting pretty hot in here, Commander.
And then Mockingbird and the Racketar might be able to finish him off if I can get a line of sight. That'll be the key. Oh, I can get a line of sight. Lovely. I'd like a line of sight from the other direction, though, if at all possible.
Acknowledge.
If nothing else, this guy's getting knocked over this round. There we go. Looks like... Oh, we took out the right torso. I was kind of hoping to save that. It wasn't the biggest of deals.
Confirmed.
Oh, who's left? Oh, there he is. Oh, it's a Pegasus pirate. How adorable is that? Well, this will allow us to get under temperature with the Lament, so that's nice. Lament back to nominal heatsink usage. Kerensky stick isn't going to get a target, I don't think, anyway. Although we will run through the streets in order to try and see if we can't find it. You, sir, are dead, and I don't know if you have realized it yet. You're all on your lonesome. Oh, don't tell me. Oh, for Christ's sake. You're kidding me, right?
Receiving you.
Are we seriously doing this? Alright. Come back here. We're about to charge her. Specifically for this reason. I'm gonna have to also try and head him off. So the Lament will cycle around in this direction and see if you can't just head him off before he gets too far. You know what? Go here. Just in case.
Copy that, Commander.
Well, the catapult take the other route. The more central route on through. Maybe that'll give me what I'm looking for. There we go. Unjammed.
Orders.
Alright, Gausswolf, come right on through here.
Roger.
We're gonna run down this last little guy. He is not getting away.
Orders.
I refuse to allow it. Kerensky stick, same deal. Just run on through.
On the move.
So we have flattened quite a bit of this entire location. I mean, there's
Commander?
this all used to be buildings, and it ain't anymore. Oh, I don't know if that's a bad thing or a good thing, but it is certainly hilarious. It was amazing to watch. The random destruction that occurs is enjoyable to me. I have to admit that. Like, it is really cool to just watch half of the city suddenly get flattened as you continually fight your way through it. Pulse will now actually be able to chill out, which is good. Oh, actually, the only path is this path. Okay. Because all of this is walled off. So he's doing a loop around in this direction. If he reverses direction, I'll probably get out of it. Because I'm going to have to slip the charger around over here or something like that. Come on, buddy. Come back to me. Or just sit still. Give up. Stop trying to run. There seriously should be a check that if you're like the last guy, you don't just run away. You should actually try and fight. Especially if like you're the last guy and you haven't killed anybody. Because that's a bit of a problem at the moment. Do you have a long range shot? Let me reset. I do. It's a 33% accurate shot. How about a bit of a sensor lock on top of it? He's got ATMs. Well, pirate ATMs, but tandem missiles. Interesting. Tandem MRMs? I didn't even realize that was a thing. Ooh, that might force me to have to use just a normal MRM.
Standing by.
Because normally I would avoid them because obvious reasons. Okay, champion. Coming up through here. That will get us up above, I believe.
I copy.
I'm a little bit disappointed that there was so much tandem, that the enemy had so much tandem, because it did force me to have to take a lot more damage than I otherwise would have preferred. Taking damage through armor is much more expensive because we tend to use endo steel on basically everybody, and structure is more expensive to repair than armor is. So we don't necessarily always use Pharaoh, although Pharaoh is becoming a lot more common in my company because we ran into so many mechs with Clan Pharaoh, which, you know, was a pretty interesting combination. Yeah, the hunters are sort of steadily trying to close the noose in around the enemy. Yes, you're going to go right here just to make sure. I want to make sure that there's no angles that this thing can escape from. And that way we can ensure that the entirety of the enemy force is defeated. And, you know, make all of our money.
Hey, let's see what this baby can do.
Alright. And Watchbird.
Waiting for orders.
Yeah, I suppose you can fall off in this direction. You have a little bit of a minimum range problem that I'd rather not have to deal with. Okay, enemy phase, what do you got? He's moving. Alright, he's moving towards the lament. Okay, coach.
What are your orders, Skipper?
I don't think you're going to get a line of sight. Next round, though, for sure. Well, unless, of course, he runs all the way down here and I don't quite have it, but I think probably next round. Run on forward. Be mostly turned in the direction we're traveling, and lob a couple of missiles off to the side. There we go. Some good solid hits on that one.
Commander.
Alright, the champion. Can the champion come around the corner like a boss? Oh, it doesn't have the turn for it. No. That's unfortunate. Okay, Charger as well. Charger can see it, he just can't shoot it because it's too far away from him. Although not that I would with the champion that close. That would be asking for trouble. Kerensky's stick. Continue to push forward. There's not much of a choice here. And Howl. Come on, Howl. Also, potentially a shot next turn. As we just continue to encircle him.
Good to go.
And Shoba, the pulse bolt is not going to be able to get there close, but I think this just goes to demonstrate that the champion is faster than my catapults, which is pretty funny because the catapults are 5 tons lighter. Alright, he's coming back. I figured he would. He's going to come back and fire. Yep. Oh no, at the pulse bolt. Really?
Can't take many more hits like that.
Wasn't expecting that one.
Standing by.
I was anticipating he would open fire on the champion. Because the champion has a Gauss rifle that he can blow up with those tandems.
That, Commander.
Okay, moving on in with the Racketar. Back to the bottom.
Ready to get it on.
Alright, the catapult. You know what? Just put over here.
I copy.
Continue to lob missiles.
Locking on target.
Just do not stop lobbing missiles. You hit once. Okay, and that unjammed.
Ready for order.
Alright, Charger. Oh, you can get to them. Time to do what the Charger was designed to do. Although maybe not, because it looks like he's not going to be able to hit anything. You're just sit here and shoot. Yeah, it's a 10%. Well, you're going to give it a shot anyway, because why not?
Roger.
Missed by 26% was expected, and then also not ideal.
That's a miss.
Right.
Yes, Commander.
How are you going to be able to get a target? I mean, it's going to be super long range, and the accuracy is going to be terrible. No, you're not. Okay, next turn.
Double time. Let's go.
That is, of course, if he's still alive. I need some pilots
Confirmed.
with sensor lock to come up, because we've got to get rid of his initiative and all of his jamming and all of his everything that exists as him. Okay, sensor lock. It's got a small X-pulse, 2 ATM pirates with tandem rounds. That can't be allowed to exist for much longer. Okay, you missed everything, but okay. And Kerensky's stick will just run over here. We're also going to lay down a sensor lock as well. Just want to get everybody giving additional protection and sensors. If I can just steadily remove his protection.
Standing by.
Alright, Jester. It all comes down to this. We give it all to you. Warlord it up. Heavy Gauss rifle.
Taking the shot.
There we go. It was a group effort,
One for the
but the
scrap.
champion finished it. I love that mech. Alrighty, not bad. Had me a little bit concerned. We did take a lot more damage than I wanted, but that's mostly a function of the tandem missiles. Tandem warheads are always just a pain. There's not much you can do about it. So, I mean, aside from having perfect AMS, which we could have had we had more. So we are still looking into trying to find that. So we have sort of 2 mechs that we're on the prowl for. One of those, of course, being... Oh, we didn't get any bonus? Really? Yeah, the champion's going to need to repair. The pulse bolt's going to need to repair on internals, which sucks. But yeah, I don't think... Yeah, nothing actually got critted on that, though. So that helps out. 85-ton Templar. Would have been so lovely to have. But unfortunately, it was not to be. ATM 9 pirates. So these are the ATMs he was firing on. They can use basically everything, and it's jam chance times 10% mitigated by gunnery and recoil reduction. So I don't see how much recoil it has, though, which is always kind of irritating. Yeah, can fire basically everything, and is 5 tons. That's reasonable. Enhanced LRM 20s, I don't have any of these, but I do have enhanced LRM 15s. Wasn't super impressed by them, if I'm honest. We don't really use them all that much. Could go with the ER PPC CAP. This weapon has a recoil of 3, PPC jamming. Weapon has a flat 18% jam chance mitigated by gunnery, and deals 65 damage. Risk hard-wide capacitor to it, increases power intake, drastically increasing range damage output at the cost of reliability. Yeah, kind of pointless. The heavy PPC is, frankly, in my opinion, better because it's only 2 more tons and you get up to 80 damage, which is 15 more damage. So, I mean, I suppose compared to the normal PPC, it's okay. But if you have ER PPCs, use those. Because the Tygarts are 7 tons and they deal 60 damage. So, you shouldn't be able to salvage these or part of the mech, but these are the medium diverse optic lasers that come as part of the avatar. Got a pair of medium pulse lasers. X pulse is always tempting. I have 6, not enough yet. Oh wow, that would put me up to a lot of those. A couple of beagle probes, which I have 2 of them already, so we're good on that one. Compact heat sinks, 6 of them. They weigh 3 tons, but the compact heatsinks are great if you're mounting them onto light mechs, because what you end up doing is you put in a compact heatsink kit and a fusion core, which is too small to give you the 10 internals, and then the compact heatsink kits work as double heatsinks, but they only take up 1 slot. So as long as you're using your free ones, it doesn't cost the 3 tons that would normally be associated with that. It's the free internal ones. So they're great for light mechs in that regard. A pair of XL engines. I may just grab this to sell them. Although a light engine is useful. I have one, I need another, and I'm about to run out of sort of good engine swaps out. Radical compact heatsink kit. So that's interesting. I didn't realize there was a compact version of that. Sensor tracker I have 2 of those already, so I'm doing pretty good on that. Tandem LRM ammo. Ooh, that's what it was shooting at me. Oh, there it is. MRM tandem. So 2 damage dealt directly to internals, -4 medium range missile damage. Ammo has a 20% jam chance mitigated by gunnery. That's really tempting. 200 shots. I mean, I don't have any MRM boats right now. I have heavy MRM boats, but that's different. I can't justify spending all of that for that kind of ammunition. Not when there's other pieces of equipment on the board that are fairly solid. Oh boy. I think I'll have the 340 rated core. That might be good. Or, you know, I could grab 380s. I'm going to grab the 340 rated core. I'm a little bit concerned right now about having enough cores to finish what I've currently got, because I've only got 1 300 radio fusion core, and I need that, and so we're going to see what we can do with that. We managed to get a fuel cell, useful and useless, fire control system improved, useless, and a tag, useless. So we got a 340 radio fusion core and cash. The repairs are going to be pretty rough on this, but by the time we come back, we will be able to field most of our entire company, and we should be able to start improving for other things. I don't think I have enough to start building the Atlas just yet, so a little disappointed on that. And I don't have any more parts to sell at the moment. I'm going to have to take a couple of missions purely for parts, just to get my hands on a lot of gear that I can get rid of. Because if I get a whole ton of mech parts working for Tortuga, I might actually be able to like convert that into just millions of C-bills, which we know for a fact we can do. I mean, I'm currently sitting on like 5.6 million C-bills or so, not including the bonus cash we're going to make. So we're going to be at over 6 million C-bills at the end of this. However, we would have needed 7 to begin the repairs on the Atlas, just because of the way that works. 9 days, 83,894 is pretty rough, but you know what? We didn't take any major deaths or suffrages. However, the champion and the... Wait, where is it? It's only 2 days. Nice. So the Charger taking the most amount of damage on this one. I'm going to have to see what sort of armor the Charger has. I think it's heavy ferro. If that's the case, that might be a pretty big problem. But yeah, we will be able to turn this around in another probably 5 days. So once the Charger's done, we'll be able to rock another mission, and we have still several other missions to take on planet. They're higher level, to be sure. Hard Contact I really am kind of looking forward to. But I'm not going to take Vanguard, because Vanguard's a defend base, and I don't want to deal with an hour of babysitting an AI that can break too easily. Attack and Defend is probably too dangerous for us. They come in waves of like 30-something mechs, and I don't have a company that can handle that yet right now. Destroy base, absolutely, and a capture base, absolutely. So we've got 3... 3 more missions that we're taking? Yeah, 3 more missions that we're taking. And then we'll be traveling once again to a new home somewhere far amongst the stars. But yeah, we're at 6.7 million C-bills. It's not enough to fix the Atlas, unfortunately. Because I need even more than that. Although we have a solid lineup at the moment. So let's cycle to the end of the month. Greetings, end of the month. We didn't have any major tech. I had already gone through and sold pretty much everything that I wanted to. 182,000 C-bills to upkeep some other stuff. Argo engine upgrades, which is great. So continue that. Come over to engineering. Get to work on the last one. Oh, can I not? Oh, I need the last level drive upgrade. Oh. I need that. It gives me +1 tech points. Maybe storage space is a good idea. It's only 15 days. Gives me another 5% reduction in inventory costs. Let's check our inventory costs. We don't look at finances very often. We often just ignore it. So our estimated monthly total is 1.5 million C-bills in operating costs. Salary is another 500,000 C-bills. So storage costs, show me upkeep. Burner Boy is 45,000 C-bills. Jeez, I should probably get rid of it. Improved automation, engine repairs. Come on, show me my storage upkeep. Might be at the bottom. Storage space 400. Cargo, mech parts 0. Repaired conduits, structural repair. I imagine that's one of the larger numbers on this list. Oh, cargo gear, yeah. 5% off of 182,000. That is, let's see if I can figure that out. 182,000 times 0.05 is 9,100 C-bills. Yeah, I don't... That's not going to be significant to us. We're also at 200,000 again. Great. Alright, engineering. So, in that case, we really do kind of want to get this one. But picking up the next level trading module might help sort of raise the next level of mech warriors. But I think we kind of have to grab the booster. I could have picked up Mech Bay 3, which would have been helpful, and we can afford it, but I want to max out my Leopard. I want to be able to make this Leopard do everything. Absolutely everything. And then we, of course, have our final high-capacity, high G-burn drive for maximum toast, although it costs a ton. But yeah, so not doing too terribly. The Argo is mostly upgraded. We just have a couple of things to lock down. We have a couple of medical bays left to do. So we've got 2 medical bays left. This is what, 5,000? Yeah, we're looking at 5 million for the medical bays. This is relatively cheap. So, oh, relatively, it's another 500,000. So 5.5, 5.8, plus another 450. So 6.4. Yeah, we're looking at about 10 million-ish more in upgrades in order to finish off the rest of the Argo. And 1, 2, 3, probably 3 or 4 months of continual build, which obviously we're not going to get, but so cycle through the last couple of days. Sure, test Omega's ideas. Hey, Omega got it to work. Good job. As we get more and more of the Argo working, more and more people are happy about it. 1, 2, stop. Of course, oh shoot, should have thought about that. The Thanatos still needs a patch job, so we'll make sure that we come over to our Thanatos. Refit. Do you need repairs? I have them for you. Fix that. 2 days. Yeah, I should have done this in advance. Because I'm not willing to take the higher level missions without this guy. He's too powerful. Well, his AMS is too useful. So, 1, 2, and stop. Also, the Screamer's getting close to completion. I don't know what I'm going to do to it. The Screamer has some pretty significant failures now because they don't have the other melee PPC. I'm going to have to really sort of plan on what we want to do to it. Because it could be really, really good. Wait, did I rebuild it? Modify armor, improve destroyed component, remove the snub, remove the talos, remove all of that, install directional jump jets again. Ah, I did. Okay, so this ought to be pretty fun. I think this will be pretty fun. Yes. Okay, so in another 7 days, the Screamer line will be ready to go. And I hope that I've modified it in a way that'll be pretty good. There are a couple of other modifications I might be able to make to it before I actually field it, based on some of the equipment that we managed to get our hands on. But yeah, not terrible. And that's going to do it for today's episode, folks. I have been Terran. If you like what you're seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. Before I say notification every time I upload these videos, press that little bell icon, leave a comment, and make sure you join us for our streams normally held on Wednesdays and Saturdays. But for all this week, we are celebrating the release of MechWarrior 5 by having a stream basically every single day with members of the community through the co-op function. So if you want to hang on by and see what that's all about and sort of how the game plays with friends, make sure you stop on by to twitch.tv/Terran117, and I will see you all in the next episode.